Hey everybody. So today, y'all see I have my professionalism on today. You know what I'm saying? So I could talk to y'all a little bit. Well, I'm kind of like Bougetto. Um, I did go out today, but I did put this blazer on for you guys because I wanted to look spiffy. So today I want to talk to you guys about starting a business, maintaining a business with systems, automation, all that good stuff. How I started, why I started, when do you know you need this, when do you know you need that, what don't you need, what shouldn't you do, what can you do, what you should have done. All those great things I want to talk to you guys about today. So what I'm going to be doing is trying to look at all of my socials and try to make sure I get as many questions answered as possible because I really want to support you guys today. This is about small business. I'm a part of small business. Each one teach one, reach one, preach to one. I really, really, really want to support you guys today. So if you want to start asking me questions, you can. I have this other phone where I am trying to, like I said, go to all my socials, find out who asked me what, honey, so that we can get these questions on the roll. One question that was asked of me. Look, also, y'all want to see me? Y'all, let me let y'all see me. Okay, don't, for those of y'all who can see me on Instagram, don't look at my feet. Don't look at my feet. Look at the dome. But anyway, so I put this blazer on so you knew I mean business. It's a small business Saturday, my dog is so needy. Hi, honey. Hi. Mommy's working. Stop it. So yes, that's my blazer. Did it just for you guys because I'm cheesy like that. Okay, so one question that was asked. Hi, pretty Ricky. One question that was asked of me was, how do you start a small business? Let me get closer to y'all. All right, I'm gonna get closer so I can try to read these things. I'm not saying I need glasses. I'm just saying maybe one day soon. Okay, so how do you start a small business is a very, very broad question. The first thing you need to do is find out what you want to do, what you want to start. And then you actually have to figure out what systems, what products, or what services you would need to start with. So I'm not quite sure, how to answer how to start the small business unless I know what you're trying to start. So if you want to ask me or tell me what you're trying to start, I might be able to help you with that. How do you determine your price point? Okay, so you do something what's called you do something that's called market research, right? So my product, when I started manufacturing in 2016, there were little to no competitors. Therefore, I didn't have a lot to market research. Okay, so what I did was I took my cost of goods sold, your COG. So write that down, your cost of goods sold. And then I took out how long it takes me to do it, the shipping, the labels, the jar, the tops, all that kind of stuff. And then how much profit I wanted to make after taking out shipping. And that's how I got my cost of goods sold and my price point. So I hope that answered you. How do you determine your passion when you have multiple things? I'm going to tell you something about that damn passion, okay? Your passion will make money for you. Your hobbies may or may not, okay? You might take your hobbies to the ground, but your passion will have you excel, okay? So you have to figure out which one of the things in your head makes money for you now and makes the most money for you now. And then have that passion pay for the things that you might feel are hobbies, but you need to make one or two things great, and then you need to make those things pay for itself and keep going. That's why I didn't rush to release a whole product line, because that costs a lot of money. People don't understand. Even though you have a conditioner, a shampoo, a twist, a butter, You got to pay for the labels. 1 second. I apologize. That is my daughter. She is in another state. 1 second. But you have to pay for the labels. You have to pay for the jars and things like that. I need to call you back, sweetheart. Mommy is on live. Remember 7:30?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I just want to say I love you.
Okay, say sorry, people. Say sorry, aunties.
Hi.
Sorry, aunties. I'm in another state. I miss my mommy.
I'm sorry, aunties. I miss my mommy.
All right, I'll talk to you soon, baby.
I'm so sorry. You look beautiful.
Thank you, baby. Okay, mommy gotta go.
Bye.
Okay. My bad. That was so ghetto. No. But yeah, my teenager for the first time is gone during a holiday without me, so you know how that is. Basically, make one or two things great. Make that thing take care of the rest. So how do you make your brand be known as the original? That's actually kind of hard. Because I feel like there's nothing new under the sun. Okay, my grandmother told me that there's nothing new under the sun. So what you have to do is, instead of claiming to be the first, unless you absolutely positively know, you could say I'm one of. So then you don't have to worry about, any differentiations, down to one day. If somebody released something one day before you, now your credibility sucks. You know what I'm saying? So when I came out with my stuff, I found out later on that other people had the same idea, but they don't have the same ingredients. They don't have the same formula that I came up with. So being known as the original for me is not as important as what I do with my brand when I become known, if that makes sense, let me see. Trying to get in here to Facebook land and see if there's any questions there at this point. Okay. Sucks. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. So trying to get in here to Facebook. Okay. So let me see if there's any questions. I've been watching your business at TSP, so proud of you. Any tips on brand awareness and growing your email list? Okay, so the tips that I have on brand awareness is this. Do you see what I'm doing right now with you? I'm talking to you. I'm a CEO that's trying to be relevant to you. I want my brand. I want to be a family. I know my competitors, they want your money. You give them your money, and that's about it. You don't know who the owner is. They don't care if you know who they are. They just take your money, and if you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. Me, I'm hell bent on, y'all know my children, my man, my mom, and myself. So brand awareness, you have to remember this. You can have the best thing in the world. For some of y'all who've gone to church, you got the best voice in the world, right? But if you don't have a good spirit about you, that voice don't matter. So you can have the best product, the best service in the world, but if the way you present yourself, or if you don't present yourself, then you don't have a tribe to follow you, to encourage you, to support you, to give you all the love, the advice, to share, to care, to motivate, and elevate you. It doesn't matter what your product is. You can have a whole warehouse full of things, but you have to have a tribe. You have to have people who support you. All right. So I would say, in my opinion, from my standpoint, you need to formulate a relationship with those people who are going to be there for you when you don't have shit. That's how I feel. Okay? So brand awareness starts with the people who love you most. To me. Okay? And then it'll take off from there. Because that's what's happened for me. And I'm happier where I am and the trajectory that I'm going because I got a lot of people behind me. Not just money. I hope that answered you. What do you do when you hit a slump? I've been trying to start my own since December. The pandemic seemed to help a lot of small businesses flourish. Meanwhile, mine halted and motivation lost. So, blue culture, let me tell you something. You need to do something that's called pivot. Okay, you need to figure out first. Drop in the comment below what you're doing, because maybe I might be able to help you do something called pivot. Okay, when something happens, you got to figure out how to do what you're good at in another way, or move completely away from it, but something that's the cousin to what you were doing that's going to make you money. All right, no excuse is worth you stopping. Failure is always an option because that's how you learn, but quitting isn't. Slowing down is okay, but staying in a slump isn't. Give yourself a couple days, but get your ass up and you start figuring out how I can pivot, what I need to do. So tell me what it is you're doing, okay? And then maybe I might be able to help you a little bit more. Let me see if I have some questions on the Facebook fan page. Um, 1 second. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to. Is LegalZoom great to start a business? I feel like LegalZoom is great to start a business because it's like the poor man's, legal, advice people that has been vetted. Nothing against LegalZoom at all. I used it. Okay, I use anything that I could use because I ain't have a lot of money. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Do I have to wash it? Oh, I just ordered mine. I'm excited. Okay, no, those are not small business questions. Okay, let me go to another one. That's talking about hair color. I'm not talking about me today. I'm not trying to sell to y'all. I want to help y'all. Yep, I do home decor and went to making masks. Yes, pivot, Pat's Pillow Paradise. Yes, you pivoted, mama. You pivoted. That's what you do. You pivot. All right. Let me see. A lot of money. Okay. Uh, hold on. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get to these questions. Okay. Can you have one main page with a product and links to things that are hobbies for extra income? Her name is Cammie. She's on Facebook. That the answer to that is yes. You can have. That's what I do. My baby, for those of y'all who really follow me, my baby is the temporary hair color right here, right? But for those of y'all who go to my page, I also sell activated charcoal toothpaste. Okay, so I still have it on there. It doesn't make the most money. That was kind of like a hobby, and that's what I was telling the other young lady who asked me the question. I decided to go towards the thing that was making the most money because what makes sense makes dollars. I know you heard it the other way around, but what makes sense makes dollars. All right. So if it makes dollars, it makes sense, right? So you need to stick with the thing, even if it's not your number one passion, and get the money from that and then pay for the thing that's your passion. You know what I'm saying? And then work on that later. It doesn't mean no, it just means not right now. Okay? Let me see. Is legal? Okay, hold on. Let me look. I got questions everywhere, y'all. My bad. Let me. I'll go here. I got some in my Facebook group. If some of y'all are on Facebook, I have a Facebook group called Natural Hair, Temporary Hair Coloring, and I answer questions like this in the group. So if you want to be a little bit more connected to us, to me, honey, join the group so that we can love on you, make you laugh, and kick you in the ass if you need a little motivation. That's how I feel. Okay. All right, let me see if there's any questions here. Okay, so this woman said, I would like to make a natural hairline for all hair types. I think I would like to make hair growth oil. So yes, you would do market research on people who already doing hair growth oil, look at the ingredients that they have and figure out what you can add to the hair growth oil that you're going to do tests, because you need to do control tests. That's what they're called. You send out these samples to models, and you tell them to send you pictures and video and testimonial. That's how you start your social proof. It's called social proof. And that's how I started with my business. You send it out for free, you pay for the shipping, the product, you tell them in exchange, I need weekly pictures, I need a video, and I need your testimonial. You save that into a document, and then so when your stuff blows up, you now have social proof to show other people. So because seeing is believing, people have to see what you have got going on to believe you. Okay, so that's how you want to start. Is do your market research on who else is doing the hair growth oil, find out what ingredients they have, and you find out what one or two ingredients you can add and or subtract, and then harp on that pain point or what makes yours better. Okay, so that's what I can offer for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at everybody's they just being nice. What advice do you have for a new business just starting? Okay, so Tina, the advice that I have for a new business just starting is finding out how bad you want it. All right. How bad do I want this? Do I want it so bad that I'm going to have sleepless nights? Do I want it so bad that I'm willing to use my own funds for it? Do I want it so bad that I might not have the time that I have had in a relationship before I started this business, but I'm willing to learn how to balance work-life balance and let my children and my partner know what's going on? Do I want it so bad that I'd rather have that than breathe? That's mindset. That's what I have to say. And then after you answer your questions, if all the answers are yes, then the next thing is doing market research on competitors. Study your competitors. I will tell anybody, don't try to be better than them or one up. Don't have any animosity. I don't have any animosity towards any of my now competitors. I study them and I figure out what makes me different, and I stay in my lane. And that's hard. That's hard as hell to stay in your lane when they started after you and they're taking off. But you run your race. Are you strong enough to run your race? Stay focused and keep going, even if someone else is moving faster than what you feel that they should be moving at the rate in which they started when you started before them. Sometimes going faster doesn't always mean better. It just sometimes they were able to use what they maybe found from you and be able to take off with it. But it doesn't mean that it's not for you. And there's some people who's going to start before you and not going to last as long as you. All right? So there's going to be people who started after me and not going to last as long as me because I care about my customers. I'm real with my customers. I'm me around my customers. I treat my customers like my family. I love on them. I encourage them. I motivate them. I want to bring value to them other than here's some color. Thank you. Have a good day. And then I'm out of here. Like I want more for you because you wanted more for me. That's what makes me different. On top of the ingredients, you're able to read on the back of my ingredients and know that they're good for you. But, I'll stop there. Run your race. Be focused, be diligent, and keep going is what I would have to say to a new business owner starting. I'm hoping that I'm giving y'all some good nuggets here, y'all. If not, forgive me, Chad. All right, let me see. Let me go through here, guys, and go back and see if there's some more questions. All right, we answer LegalZoom. So, do you recommend a registered agent? Sorry, so do you recommend? I mean, I would registered agent. If you're able to, afford it, you can. But you don't. Okay, let me tell you something. A lot of what you need to start what drives you and gives you passion is already inside of you. You have everything you need. You might not have the glitz and the glamours and the cameras and all the electronics and the people and millionaires in your pockets and shit, but you are enough. And if you want to do LegalZoom, or you have a friend that's good at something, you need to use the options and the supplies and the services you already have, because once you start moving, those things will come. Just start. If I tell anything to anybody, start. Because like my great mentor tells me, done is better than perfect. So start, baby. Just start. Just start walking. Because you can think about walking all you want to get to a destination, but you got to start. You got to do it. And along the way, you will get more of what you need, or better of what you need. This is not my original branding. I was using the mail labels that you mail off to people. I bought them at 144. It was big people buying a white jar with a mailing label that I typed up on Vistaprint. Where would I be if I waited until I can afford these labels? You feel me? I just started running. You feel me? So yeah. I answered that. I wanted to do a kid clothing boutique, then shifted to homemade body butters to help bring revenue due to the boutique. To do the boutique. Then shifted to face masks. Now I'm just here lost. Okay, so listen. Blue culture. Do your due diligence. I don't know. I'm looking at my computer right now, but which one made the most money? It might not have made the money that you wanted to initially when you pivoted, but which one made the most money, and which one can you go back to that is going to help you with momentum? It's not about, oh, I did this and it made me a crap ton of money, and then it went down, and then so I stopped and then I did something else. It takes time. My business has gone up and down and up and down, and money and no money and money and no money, but I kept at it because it was the most consistent thing that I've ever pivoted to when I started creating and manufacturing this. It's like having a hair care product. You put it in, you can't say after a week or 2 weeks it doesn't work. You need a full month. So what data have you used consistently on those things that you just told me that you can see and say, you know what, this thing right here, out of everything that I did, I can see made the most money. So how can I pivot and make it better? You need to start back with that drawing board, is what I would say in that situation. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. Trying to figure this out. Oh, no. You didn't have to have a registered agent for an LLC. I'm an LLC. I don't have a registered agent. May you please be my mentor? Blue court culture. This one I'm gonna tell you. I can't right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to commit to something when I know that I have so much going on in the building phase. But if you hit me up in my inbox, I will answer you, or my social media team will answer you, and I'll tell her to give you my email address, and we can talk via email, and I'll answer you whenever needed. I can do that for you. Okay? All right, let's see if there's other questions. Okay, so Tracy Hall said, she got here a little late. I'm in the process of starting a copper wire wrapped jewelry business. I've got people interested in buying, but as I'm working to build inventory, I'm hung up on coming up with pricing. Again, Tracy, I'm going to tell all y'all this. All right, let me step back a little bit. There is nothing new under the sun. This sun, same sun we're under. You have to all do market research if you have something that's not a niche product. I have a niche product because there's not a lot of temporary hair color products out there. They're gaining on me, but it's still not a lot for me to do years or months or quarterly projections based off what other people have done. Wire wrapping, we've been doing it for centuries. Do some market research on the type of wrapping that you do, because I realized that there's a type. As you can see, I love copper. I had my dragonfly on, and I wear my bracelets. Love copper, right? Do some market research on those people you like, because you have to have some sort of inspiration. See what type of wrapping they do, if it's similar, or if it's the type that you do, and see how much they sell theirs for. And if you don't want to use the exact price, find a meeting in the middle to where your cost of goods will still make you profitable once you put the price on it. So you got to deduct how much it costs you to make, how much time it takes you to make it, and how much you feel your time is for making that wire Cleatonoggin. That's the word I use when I don't know the wire situation, right? And then you deduct that from how much you feel you should charge, and then how much profit you're going to have after you have priced it. All right, that is how you do your cost of goods sold. All right. Um, Let me see. My daughter aspires to be a chef. Woo! We're writing a book. Should we LLC now? Hmm. I don't see a problem with you LLCing right now. Um, she wants to be a chef, and okay, so is she gonna be LLC her being a chef or an author? Which one is she gonna focus more? Is she gonna focus more on cookbooks, or focus more on doing these videos, coming up with all kind of cool ways, pictures and all that kind of stuff, being a private chef and all that? What is she focusing on more? What's the name? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's really broad, kind of question. I'm so sorry. Just drop that answer in there. So you are responsible for your own legal documents. Did you get a P.O. box? I just need to know the first step. I have the name already and the vendors. Yes. I'm responsible for all my legal documents, just being honest with you. But I am surrounded around a lot of people. And looking to get a lawyer soon for the business. So as your business grows and you're able to get to a point where you can have that person on semi-retainer, then you can have those people, or you don't even have to have them on retainer. Find a good lawyer, and they have a certain price of looking over your documents, how much it costs per hour, how many words, per page, and things like that. It gets fairly expensive. And what was the other half? Do I have a P.O. box? I do. I do have a P.O. box, and I have my business address mailbox as well, because I have a warehouse. And so I don't know what the first steps is, because I don't know what you're doing and what steps you're already taking to do it, whatever it is. Miss Fly Lashes said, "What's an LLC, ma'am?" Limited liability corporation. All right. So basically, you can start operating, right? And then you got these lashes, and then somebody like, "Oh my God, chill, don't buy from her. When I buy from her, my eyelids stuck to the top of my eyelids, and I didn't know that I had a top of my eyelids until it got stuck to it. Don't buy from her. Matter of fact, I'ma sue her." She could come from all your little piggy banks. You know what I'm saying? Your personal bank, your all the stuff that's connected to you and your social security number. Take it all if she want to sue you. Now, when you have a limited liability corporation, then you have a person that said that same thing, and then she come after your business. It still sucks. Oh, it sucks. It sucks doggy biscuits. But at least your bank is safe, but your business bank ain't safe. And the name of your business could be a little tarnished too, depending on how nasty it gets. But you would rather have your personal situation separated from your business. And another thing is, a lot of y'all need to do this tonight. That's y'all homework. Y'all need to get a Duns and Bradstreet and stop putting stuff in y'all personal social security number all the time. Duns, Duns, and Bradstreet. 3 words. Duns and Bradstreet. Y'all need to get that tonight. It's free. Real quick. Do it. Let me see. Um, Jacqueline said, how do you get an LLC? You go to your state, your Secretary of State, and then you first secure the name of your business, and then you also file the paperwork to become an LLC. Don't do it just through your city. I made that mistake initially. I thought I was gravy, but I wasn't. But go through your Secretary of State to file um, and incorporate, your business is how you do it. All right. And that day you file will be the date that your business was established. So even if you was doing like me, I started in 2016, but 2018 is when my LLC became legal. So really, in their eyes, I started in 2018, but I got pictures and everything that says 2016. You feel me? Um, Duns and Bradstreet is what it is. Duns and A&D, Brad, like the man's name, and then Street together, one word. Duns and Bradstreet is what I want y'all to get. Yes, you can go ahead and get a name filed through the state, not the city, the state, Secretary of State. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking through some more questions. Okay, so we have some questions about trademarking. I have 2 trademarks. Okay. You want to, if it was me, if you have something called a favicon, which is the little picture part of your logo and the name, trademark them separately. Because nowadays, most people use either just the word or the favicon or both. I separately trademarked the picture, which is the lady with the crown and the moon, with the eyelash and the lips and the nose. That's me. But anyways, I trademarked that separately from the name. So now I'm protected both ways. So if I ever just use Mystique Naturals by itself, I won't get in trouble. Or if somebody tried it and tried to use Mystique Naturals, it's trademarked. And the Fabicon is trademarked. And I wouldn't be protected if I tried to fight somebody and they put my logo together and try to fight me. I could do it together or separate, apart or not. You feel me? That's the recommendation I would give, but it costs money to trademark. You would get a patent lawyer, a trademark and patent lawyer to help you file. If it was me, you could do it by yourself. It's only like $500 or whatever. But most of you aren't lawyers, and I didn't want to miss out on anything. And then when you have a lawyer, if they say something, they being the United States Patent Office, Patent and Trademark Office, has a rebuttal, you don't even know how to respond to them. A lawyer does. So they could fight for you. Now, if everything turns out right, it's cool. You just spend $500 and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But if not, then you spending time trying to go back and forth in a world that you don't understand. So you can either file yourself, or you can get a patent and trademark lawyer for trademarking. But what you can do is go to the United States Patent and Trademark Office .gov, I believe, and you can look up your name. Right? Look up the name that you're trying to do and do a general search for your name to see if somebody else has it. Okay? And see if whoever has it if it's active. I have an EIN for my IRS, so I can go ahead and file for. Yes, you can. Yes, you can file for your LLC. And having an EIN is your business's social security number. You need an EIN number, and that's free too, along with your Duns and Bradstreet. All right. Um, you need to do both. You could do it tonight. Literally, you could do those tonight. All right. Let me see. We have that one. Hi. What are some things to consider when you're generating prices? I started my own nail salon. I'm not sure if you were here, but again, doing market research, doing your cost of goods sold, you need to consider how much does it cost me to get the monomer. Oh, I learned something. My daughter wants to do nails. Get the monomer, get the nails, the shipping, off and on to get those things. How much it costs for all the decorations to put on the nails, how long it takes me to do the nails, and the electricity that I would use in my house or in the building. And if in the building, the overhead, it's a lot when you're trying to do the market research and the price. Yeah, come on, Mom. And the prices for doing your own nail salon. Can you please post a link for your group after this? Yes, I will. I'll post a link for the group after I get off of here for you. Just try something for the first time, Malox. Love it. What does the sealant spray? Okay, we'll talk about that later. That's not small business, but we'll talk about that later. All right. Go back in the group, see if there's any questions there. Duns and Bradstreet answered that. Let me see. Uh, Let me see. Thank you. Needed a trademark. Thank you, Freddie. Oh, I love my team. Okay. Can you share about LLC product or service? Not sure. Negligent is where it come through. Oh, put your group in the chat. What advice do you have for business? Okay. I don't think I have. Let me see. You guys, I really appreciate your support and everything you're saying. Oh my God. Can it be done through LegalZoom? Can what be done through LegalZoom? Can your patent and trademark be done through LegalZoom? Oh, okay. I don't know if there's any. I don't know. I never tried it. I try to take my stuff out of there when I need something like that, in depth. So the only thing you can do is go in there and see if you see a lawyer that does patent and trademarking, and then you'll have your answer for that. So I apologize for not being able to answer that for you. Let me see. Yes, and having a you only can get your Duns and Bradstreet after you get your EIN. Okay, guys. So you have to have one EIN, then two your Duns and Bradstreet. Okay. Okay, so she answered me, Ms. Johnson. Okay, so it's a book, it's a cookbook. I just want her to get her name out there. She is only 15. Oh, congratulations, young queen. But a few people are really trying to discourage her, and I'm trying to show her where all being a chef could take her. Listen, I wish I had one of my friends on her. So I know a celebrity chef. Her name is Chef Nina. Apologize. Her name is Chef Nina. I can link her up see if she can motivate her, mentor her, and things like that. If she has time. But she has pivoted and does so many things. She cooks for the Panthers. First of all, I don't do sports, so I don't know. But I know she does. She's in Jacksonville, and she has a line of chefs that she works with. So no, there will be no discouragement. I mean, everybody loves to eat. She can come up with her own niche, and things like that. So no, there'll be no discouragement. You need jump in my DM. I don't like that. I was trying to be professional, but I don't like that. Ain't nobody gonna discourage my niece. Tell her let's do this. Let's rock. 15 is really good, and if she's good at cooking, we should definitely get her out there. And she just needs to do a step by step. Has she already started her cookbook? Let's talk more offline about that. But yeah, no. No discouraging here. No. Oh, I'm gonna fight now. Okay, let me see. If there's more questions. Okay. Okay. Unlimited shades of, I don't know. Okay, so maybe it's unlimited shades of color. No, unlimited shades of clothes. Yeah, you want to do a clothing line. All right, so I have a niece who is watching me, or not a niece. I'm an only child. Hell, I have a cousin. This is my mama right here. Hello. Let me see. Say hi, mom. Hello. Okay, so I have a cousin who is watching me right now, and I'm helping her through the steps to start a clothing line. All right, starting a clothing line is it's a saturated market, but it's room for you. All right, the first thing you need to do is find out what you want to sell. Do you have a logo? Will your logo transfer and get people to understand what your brand is about? All right. Um, you have to be very meticulous in the clothing world because you need something that's going to be relatable. Do you have something that's called an avatar? Do you know what an avatar is? It is the person that you've created to sell to, that sells the most when you're selling your product. My avatar is predominantly African American women between the ages of 18 to 45. She's genuinely educated. She loves to be fun and color her hair. Or some of them are really shy, but she's never colored her hair before. She has virgin hair, but she is so happy and elated that she was able to get hair color without damaging her hair. And there's women who are actually cancer survivors who are so elated that they can now have an opportunity to color their hair once more without the fear of hair chemicals. I can go on, but that's my avatar. Do you know who you're selling to? That's the first thing you need to know when you're doing a clothing line. How do you want them to feel when they're wearing your clothes? And your logo should project that as well. All right. My logo makes people feel like a woman, like a queen, like strong. You know what I'm saying? And like that. Okay. I hope that answered you, Mama. You said a cookbook. Let me see. Oh, sunflowers. Thank you. Thank you so much. Um, Thank you for those compliments. Love it. Thank you. Let me see. Okay, so question. Should you focus more on what people wanted or created an apparel that represents you? Our line is faith-based. Have you tried to sell anything that you've created yourself? Is my question to you. How well has it done? And I mean, have you seen it? Have you written it down to say, when I created this shirt that said this, it sold this many. But when I took a survey, and you can do surveys for y'all who are wondering, how do you do surveys? There's a system called Survey Monkey that you can send out to your email team. Okay? And so when you do that and they say, oh, I want mine to be like, uh, God's young goddess. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm real funky, on a chill side, right? So I'm like, listen, I want you to make me a shirt that say God's young goddess. You feel me? Where, I feel funky fresh. Yeah, I love God and everything like that, but I need to feel like myself, versus, the shirt that you made that you liked, said, triumphant woman of God, you know what I'm saying? Or wow, woman of worth, and you're like, well, that really didn't do too well. So then you would know once you've written it down and how much money, how many you put out, and how did people respond to it. Then you would know if it's better to go towards what they want or what you want. So to me, you need to do what's called a split A/B test to figure out what your customers want, or it's better when you come up with your own stuff. And I feel like depending on if they want what you want, you still could throw in the things that you like because they might not know, everything that you have in your head. You're the one who came with the clothing line, so you got to be creative. You know what I mean? So I feel like you should just have a healthy balance, but also do a A/B split test to find out which one does better. And you need to write that down, put it in an Excel spreadsheet, and make sure you can see it. Make sure you can see everything. Know your numbers, know what you're putting out there, and be visual with yourself, because that's what matters. I made the mistake of just going out there and doing things, and now I've had to backtrack, to learn so many things that I should have learned in the beginning that I'm now sharing with you. Okay? All right. Let me see. Yeah. Am I trying to see if there's more questions, Mama? There's more questions, Mom. Um. Okay. So it's 8:30, and I'm looking, guys. Okay. So oh, there's more questions. Okay. So wait, can other people hear me? Because my shine says she can't hear me. I hope y'all can hear me because that would be so messed up. Okay. That goes for my jewelry. People wanted it to resonate with healing as far as crystals, and that wasn't my intention. So I stepped back. How do I get back in and ensure that it's not ensure that that's not what my brand is? You can't. Um, I'm gonna tell you something. Even though I sell hair color, Shakira, I can't. It's not my job to tell you how my hair color makes you feel. As long as I don't have affiliates or brand ambassadors twerking and making they ass clap, not representing my brand, I can't do anything about what you do after you buy my products. I have people who are cancer survivors, who feel a certain way about it. People who are in the military who got a life 2 days a week and they feel a certain way about it. Men, who feel liberated to be able to color their hair or their beards, and I didn't intentionally do it for men initially. It's not my job to make you feel anything. I've had a child color their hair. Their mom sent me a video, and that child, because they were coloring their hair, was able to get other people, because they were shy, to talk to them. And that was a talking point. Things that I wasn't, you know, initially trying to do. Now that child was able to stand up in the middle of class and read off a paper. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what they want it for, in your heart, it is for what you decided initially. But after you make that sale, I'm not quite sure what you're trying to do to change their minds about how that jewelry makes them feel. If you could just help me with that, maybe I can better understand, why, um, if their faith is healing and your faith is God, don't separate yourself from humans, because God is love. And if that's how they receive it and it's healing and your jewelry is doing that, isn't that from God? You feel me? But anyways, that's a whole nother emotional there. I can talk to you offline about it, and maybe we can come to a consensus, about it. Hopefully I can help you a little bit more. But yeah. Okay, no questions there. Um are you okay. Let me see. Okay. It's looking like it is almost 8:30. Like this time goes so by so fast with you guys, and I always have so much fun. I'm hoping that I gave you guys enough nuggets. First thing I want to tell you is before I leave is you need a strong support system because entrepreneurship is not for the weak. I've cried many a days. I've been happy. I've had depression. I got shrink. And sometimes my shrink is my kids. You might not agree, but it's the most purest love and hugs you can ever did get. And sometimes is what you exactly needed. Okay. Um, Another thing is when you're starting off your brand, you want to have a good team. And this woman next to me, they really can't see you on Instagram. And this woman next to me has been my support system. I'll tell you our story and then I'll let you guys go because it's running on an hour. Okay. When I started my business in 2016, I had an idea. All right. I wanted to color my hair. I didn't want it to fall out anymore. All right. And so the idea was I was putting stuff like lipstick in my hair, eyeshadow, but I needed to come up with something because that was getting really expensive. Once I started to like mess with different little things to come up with a proper formula, I found the right one. My mom was really confused because me and my mom lived together. And she was like, what the hell are you doing every day after work? I mean, I had tin foil everywhere. And mind you, I'm a damn C student in school. Okay, I was a C student in school, baby. All right, but I was good at science and chemistry. I was lazy. Anyways, I came up with it. Eureka, boom. So I'm like, Mom, you gotta believe me. Stop trying to look for jobs. Work for me. Your daughter will create you a job. Mommy, you just gotta believe in me. I will hire you one day. You and that was 2016 now, y'all. All right. It took me to this year to hire my mama, but she believed. Okay. I said, Mom, stop trying to find jobs and work with them people. Work for me. Treat this thing that we're doing like a job and look at it as a business. And then once it clicked, my mom started selling to people and talking to people, brochures everywhere. I didn't do this 100% on my own. My mom believed. And by her believing and working, I already had a ready-made manager. Okay, and she manages my warehouse now. Right. So I'll tell you, find someone who believes in you when you don't have nothing. When you have tinfoil in your kitchen and you're getting off of work and you trying to figure this thing out, and then finally you do, and you look at them and say, listen, if you believe in me, I know this don't look like a lot, but if you believe in me, I will hire you. I will make a job for you, mommy. Just believe in your daughter. I will make you a job, right? And now I hire my mom. W-2 employee. This ain't no under the table. My mom get benefits, okay? So keep going, keep moving, keep motivating yourself, keep surrounding yourself around people who are going to motivate you. Make sure you are upfront with your customers no matter what's going on, no matter how ugly it gets, because they love you. They love you. And if they didn't want to buy from you, even if they cussing you out, because boy, some of y'all cuss me the hell out. Okay, during the middle of COVID, yeah, y'all I want my damn color. I don't care if you gotta walk into my house. It was total hell. You hear me? But I made it through because some of the people that was writing negative comments and all that, it didn't even amount to the amount of emails. Once I finally did my video, because it took me some time. It took me some time. When I finally did my video telling y'all what I was going through, I got so much love that it just came out of my ears. And I just gave me so much more drive. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that I inspired some of you. And I hope that I was able to give some good pointers. I know that I can give more. I'm going to be doing webinar courses soon. But tonight, again, was about y'all. I didn't want to talk about my business and what I'm selling and all that. Because like I said, it's enough information out here for us all to eat. All right. Even though there's nothing new under the sun, we all can eat and at the same table, even if we all eating the same damn cornbread. All right. So while she's here, I want to say thank you, mommy. Thank you for believing in me, being here with me, riding with me, taking that leap, you know, for your daughter.
Anytime, babe. Anytime. It was a trial. It was a trial, but I stayed in there, and I was like, but it was long hours, but it came out. It was long and tedious, and I never stopped believing in her. And that's what you have to do. You have to believe in yourself, believe in your family members, and your project will come to light.
Yes. I love mom. Listen, I'm 36 years old, y'all. You know what I call my mother? Mommy pants. This is my mommy pants, y'all. My twin. This is my twin. Or I'm her twin, really. But so yeah, you guys, like I said, I really hope, that this was, conducive for your time. I hope, you felt like, your time was well spent, with me. And for those of y'all who have been riding with me since Monday, listen, I love you. You know what I'm saying? This was a lot of work to go live every single day, take time out of my life, to be here and in my shower and having mottos and talking to you guys and answering questions and things like that. It's not easy. You just don't pop in front of a camera and life just happens. Even though I might make it seem like that. But it's a lot. But you guys are worth it. I love you. And I will talk to you all very soon. Okay? Oh wait. Cyber Monday. Don't forget about Cyber Monday, you guys. Because we got another big sale. Cyber Monday. I wish to see y'all there. I'm going to go live on Cyber Monday as well. And be lit. Because y'all know how I do. I be here dancing. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't gonna be goofy. I was very professional, for a while. I knows my business. Okay? I might be goofy, y'all, but I knows my business. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and go